Hi everybody, here we are again. We're going to make a little drummer boy polymer clay ornament. And I know I always say it's super easy, but it really is. Just follow along with me. Now I've started cutting my hangers before I make the ornaments, so that might be a good practice to get into. And we're going to start with his legs. You can make his outfit any color you want, but I wanted him to be Christmassy. So we're going to roll 2 logs, black logs for the legs, and press them together. My nephew was in the marching band in high school. Oh, I couldn't come up with the word. Well, he was in the marching band in high school, and he played the drums. And that is what inspired this ornament. Of course, that was a long time ago. He's now married with a child and lives in New York City, too far away. But anyway, make 2 balls for the feet, for the shoes. And it looks like I gave him brown shoes. I made this video a couple of years ago. Yes. Why would I give him brown shoes with black pants? I don't know. But of course, like I always say, use your own colors if you want. You don't have to follow me. I'm trying really hard to enunciate a little bit better because I've noticed that sometimes my voice trails off. It's just when you add the arms, just add them at the shoulders because we will be bending them after we do all the other stuff. Yes, wash your hands after using red clay, especially if you're going to use white next. Didn't look like I washed my hands now, did it? But yeah, wash your hands after it. You can see it on your hands, you know. Good way that I use to get the red off is I use hand lotion and baby wipes. Just put hand lotion on your hands and then wipe it off with the baby wipes and then wash them with Dawn. But the hand lotion is actually good for your hands too. Now this is the strap that they have the drum attached to. And of course, for the skin color, you can use any color you like. And don't flatten his head. Keep it nice and round. He's going to have a green hat. And so we are going to roll out a triangle, as you can see. And we've made these hats many times before if you've watched the videos. Very easy to do. And another thing I want to remind you of, make sure that you condition your clay before you work with it. I did make a mistake here. I should have put the white brim of the hat on before I put it down. But it's okay. It doesn't matter. It just would have made it easier. Since we're using the green, we're going to continue using green to make the drum. And again, make your drum any color you want. Now this is a bit of a tapered log. It's not tapered into a point. It's a little flatter on the bottom. Almost shaped like a flower pot. Now we're just decorating the drum. You can just watch. I don't think I even need to talk here. Well, I will talk. The little drummer boy you saw at the beginning, that was one of the very first ones I made. And I would say he's about 2.5 inches. This one is maybe 3 inches. And the reason is I work larger on the videos because it is easier for you to see. If I worked on a tiny little ornament, I don't think you would be able to see it as well. And another tip, and I've probably told you this before too, you see I'm working on a piece of paper. Cut the paper to the size that you want the ornament to be. So if you cut a 3 by 3 inch paper, you have to make sure you don't go off that paper, because if you do, your ornament will be too large. And using a paper cut to size will kind of keep you within the dimensions that you want to stay in. Like, you don't want your ornament to be too big and bulky. I hope you get what I'm saying. But sometimes you can get carried away and just make them too big. And most people will go more towards too big than too small. And now we're going to make the snow underneath. And this is where you will personalize and put the name of the person it's going to. Don't make it too flat, but make it nice and smooth. And you see we have white, so let's do the brim of the hat and the ball of the hat. And I think I've told you this before too. When you're making these ornaments, you're building up from the base. You're layering on your pieces. Now I have used toothpicks, you know, for the drumsticks, but I wasn't too crazy about that. And they were a little too pointy, so if a little child got a hold of them. These aren't very pointy. And just make your own drumsticks. And these are made out of gold. I think it's Primo gold. And you can make these ahead of time. If you're going to make a lot of them, just make all your little drumsticks ahead of time and bake them. See, we're almost done. How quickly did that go? Wow. I'm just adding some embellishments to the drum. Do it any way you want. And of course, I have to do my holly leaves and berries. I don't know why I wasn't happy with that. I don't know, I made this video maybe 2 years ago, a year ago, I don't remember. But I'll be making more videos in the future, and when I make them, take a look at the fingers on my left hand, and you will see what arthritis can do to you. They're looking pretty bad. But that's part of getting old. Not really. I think my arthritis came from making ornaments for 45 years. Although my father did have it in his hands also, so maybe it's just hereditary. One day I'll tell you about my father. He was an auto mechanic, but his hobby was building airplanes. And I am not talking about model airplanes. I am talking about big airplanes that he would sit in and fly. And crashed 4 of them. No, wait, 3 of them. So that's a story for another time, but he was quite the craftsman. And then when my mother said no more flying in airplanes, he started building remote controlled airplanes and crashed them too. Although it was not his fault that his airplanes crashed. One day I will tell the story. Blush, blush, blush. Remember, blush. Wow. I am pounding this into your head so much that I hope you never forget to put blush on your ornaments like I have. And it's horrible when you forget. Well, it's not horrible, but it's just a pain. And how quickly was that done? Look at that. Paint your eyes on and anything else you want to paint on after he's baked. Okay, bake according to the instructions on your package of clay. And there's the little guy. See, he's much smaller. It's little brother and big brother. There you go. And that's it. And I hope you enjoyed that. Oh, and notice the little guy. He has ears. You just make little balls and put an indentation in them if you want to put ears on. And I will see you next time. Bye.